Welcome to Blossom Homestead. My name's Sharon. In this week's video I've got a bit of a mix and match of things that I've done. So come along and enjoy what I've done. Righty-o, I'm going to try from Rachel from Bush Edge Homestead Australia. She's done this. So I've got my tomatoes washed. I washed and cleaned them and took all the bits off of it. So now I need basil and garlic. These are the homegrown ones that just turned into one bulb. So I'm going to use those. This is my fowler jar for number 36. And I've had this, sorry about that, had this for years. So put that in there with the airlock, put a bit of water in that, or salt brine in that, weights, and then this one here, hopefully I've got enough room, and with this funny gadget, I've had them for years too, I've used them. I actually quite like these. Rachel likes these ones as well. They've got a little bit of a, can you see, a little bit of a hole in there, so that the water the gas pops out. And then salt. So let's get going. Now let's try. All right, I'll come back to this. Right, that's one. Let's keep going. Oh, let's see. And I'll fill that up and I'll come back. So here I have a litre of water, and I'm going to do 8 teaspoons. So this here is half a teaspoon. So let's get going. Oh, Right, done. Now I'm going to stir this in. Oh, it's got to be dissolved. And then, yep. A little bit left open. So let's well, if only you could smell it. Now, I've got my weights. Right. That. And then, where is... Just hold on a sec. Right, I've got my thing. And then I'll put some water in this. Just a little bit more. There we go. And then that's it. Right, there's that one. Now this one. I'm going to put the weight on. So now I'll put that there, and then I'll put the ring on. Right, now I'll tidy up. Right, that's that. I'm going to put it in there because I know it's going to overflow. Well, I don't know about this one, so we'll just leave. So this here is day 4, and I reckon it's probably done. I reckon, and this is. I reckon let's open this one up and have a look. Right, yeah. Let's have a look. It's got the clim. That's not mould. That's good. Let's have a look. If only you could smell it. Let's try one. Oh, so sweet. So, tastes very different than what I was expecting. That's actually rather yummy. Well, I'm going to put this in the fridge now. Next year I'm going to give it a go with fresh basil. I reckon that will taste even better. So let's see how I go with. So these are the tomatoes that I had yesterday. I just cut them up, and then I'll put them in the slow cooker for about 6 hours on low. And now I'm going to put them through all this here, my contraptions. Let's see how I go. Right, this is a contraption that's a bit hard, but I'm going to give it a go. One day I've got to figure out how to actually Right, let's have another go. And then I've got to put this on because there's splatters everywhere. All right, I'm going to be back. So let's just and fill it up. And that's what I'm going to be doing to the lot. I've got to remember how much I've got to leave a headspace. Right, I've got to leave a 1/2 inch headspace, which should be that one. Need more. Just a little bit more. And then I'll put some salt in this and citric acid. I'll show you this one. So citric acid for 500 mils, I'll have a 1/2 teaspoon, which is this. These here are roughly about 700 mils. So I'm going to give it another 1/2 of this one. Just in case. So, and that one. And then I'll do salt, which I like to put a teaspoon in. So that's one teaspoon. And that's what I'm going to do to the rest of them. So I'll be back. Right. Oh, I'm going to use vinegar. Yeah, I can use water to clean these, but I'm going to use vinegar just because that's what I've got. So 1/2 inch headspace, and then put this on. Make sure it looks good. And then that's it. And then this one here I'll do the same thing too, but it's going to get It's got citric acid in it and salt in here. But these here, I'm going to process it the same because that's all I've got. Right, now I've got my tomatoes in here and they're not above water, but I'm going to get them up to 92 degrees and that's going to be set for 45 minutes. So this ended up to be my tomatoes. One of them didn't seal, so I stuck it in the fridge straight away. So I'll use it up for some teas for the next week. And yeah, they all seal good. And this here is my skins that I stuck in the freezer. When I get enough, I'll dehydrate these, and then I'll make that into tomato powder. So this is my mess, and I've got to pick my sunflowers. Oh, half of them are gone already down on the ground for next year. So I better, oh no, I reckon they're birds. Birds are picking them. So I don't want birds having them, so I better go and pick them. Oh, look at that. Birds. Oh, bummer. Too late. Well, I better pick them before the birds eat the rest. And then the corn down the other end there, if you can see it, I'm going to pick that as well. So that's how I'm going to pick them. Oh, let's see. Oh, well, that's easy. Oh. Oh. And there's all my sunflowers. Oh, look at them. Beautiful. Well, you guys can come back when I've finished. These aren't. There's nothing really. Oh yeah, there is two. Did you see that? No, there we go. So this is my corn that I got. This here, I'm going to just collect the seeds so I can plant them next year. But yeah, they're not very good, which that's right. I'm just collecting them for the seeds. So I'll peel them and then I'll get the corn off of that. Messi! Hello, Messi. Yeah, Messi. Yeah. So this here is the sunflowers, and we'll tidy that up. Take the what's names off, and that would be good. Look how beautiful that they look. Perfect. So thanks for joining me on this week on my pantry challenge. It's been pretty good. Well, I actually had to go and I had to get some flour because I started to make a lot of my sourdough stuff, so I had to buy flour. So along with the milk, which that's what I knew that I had to do. So yeah, come along for this week as I do my pantry challenge. So I'm going to make some mayonnaise that I like. This here's my mum's recipe. So it's 1 cup of sugar, and then 1 lot of condensed milk, and then I generally pour the vinegar in here, clean out all the condensed milk, tip that in there, and then pour the milk in, and then do the same thing. And now I'll put the lid on and I'll shake it. Let's make potato salad. So I've washed them. I've given them a rinse anyway. And that's it. Put it in there. So now I've made that mayonnaise. I'll just put it in here. Done. Potato salad. Oh. We'll have that with tea tonight. No, I feel like a bit mashed. Not everything mashed, but just a bit. Because I feel like more mayonnaise in there. It's not going to give me more mayonnaise in there, is it? So tonight's tea is steak out the freezer, our mashed potato and the mayonnaise, my onion, tomatoes, olives and cheese. So now I'm going to make sourdough. I'm discarding some of my sourdough and I'm going to have 2 eggs and I'm going to make sourdough pasta. So let's give it a go. I want to see 2 cups. Well, looks I've got to empty that out first. So I've got 1 cup in here. I'm going to get another cup out. And we'll see how that goes. So I added another egg and a little bit more starter, and now I'm going to put this in cling wrap, and then I'm going to put it in the fridge, and whenever I want to use it, I'm going to use it. I'll be using it this week. So I made some sourdough pasta, and then I've gone put that in here. This is sweet and sour chicken. It smells yummy. Simple tea again. Pork spare rib in the air fryer. Olives, tomato, cucumber and cheese. So for a snack, actually when I bought some milk, I bought some cottage cheese because I wanted to try that TikTok mousse. So goes in, and put the whole lot in. sec. So now I've got this cacao butter. I'll put that in. That's all I got. And I'm going to put a bit of, maple syrup. So there, I've just gone and mixed it in. Now I'll leave it go for a little bit. So I've only got these, so I'll put a little bit in each, and then I'll find something else. And then I'll put it in the fridge. There we go. That's it. Let me taste some. Yeah, it tastes. No, probably because of cacao butter. I reckon drinking chocolate would be quite nice. That's right, gives me a bit of a chocolate fix. Well, thanks for joining me on this week on Blossom Homestead as I go about and do my things. So, yeah, thanks for joining me again. You guys take care and God bless.